Hello, advanced students. Welcome to your English class number 8. So open your PowerPoint and go straight to slide number 2, where we are going to find out about 3 new idioms, 3 new expressions. So the idioms for today are break a leg, get out of hand, and hang in there. So break a leg means good luck. The example we have here is break a leg in that job interview. Second example we have here, get out of hand. That means loss of the control. So the example we have here is the situation got out of hand. So the situation got out of control. And the third one is hang in there, which means don't give up, stay strong. The example we have is you worked too hard for this, hang in there. All right, so these are the 3 new idioms that we learned today. Moving on, we're going to slide number 3, where we gonna find out more about Canada. Canada, that big country just above United States. Canada, it's very similar to United States. I mean, once you cross the border, you don't even realize you are in a different country. They are very similar, but they have lots of differences, especially like Canada use the measure system of most countries in the world, so they use kilometers, they use Celsius, and so on. So they basically have the same kind of measure system we have in Brazil, okay? And here for the start, we have some information. So first information is they don't have a president, they have a prime minister, which is Justin Trudeau. Their official language, they have 2 official languages, English and French. So most of the country speaks English, but some parts, some areas, they speak French. The currency is Canadian dollar. So Canadian dollar is almost same thing as the American dollar, like in value. They are pretty much the same. Sometimes Canadian dollar is 1 cent less than the American dollar. And their most popular sport is hockey. All right? Very good. So Canada is a country in the northern part of North America. It has 10 provinces. So I put here the provinces just out of curiosity. They have some names, they are kind of weird, so you don't need to read them, okay? It's just for information. So it has 10 provinces and 3 territories, covering 9.98 million square kilometers, making it the world's second largest country by total area, just behind Russia. Canada is a big country, but the population, 37.5 million, is smaller than in California, 39.5 million. As a whole, it has the population density of just 4 people per square kilometer, which makes it the 228th most densely populated country. Its density is among the lowest in the world, most because a great deal of the north part of the country is virtually uninhabited. That's a hard word. Uninhabited. The most populated cities are Toronto, 5.4 million people, Montreal, 3.5 million people, and Vancouver, 2.2 million people. All right, so moving on to slide number 4, the biggest Canadian cities. So we start with Toronto. It's the capital of Ontario province. It's the center of business, finance, art, culture, and life quality. It was considered by the magazine The Economist the fourth best city to live in the world, and it's one of the safest ones. In North America, it is the fourth biggest city behind Mexico City, New York, and Los Angeles. So it's the biggest city in Canada. The average temperature goes from minus 7.9 Celsius in January to 26.5 Celsius in July. So of course it gets colder and it gets hotter than that. This is just the average. Toronto official language is English, but it has a very diverse population. It has the second highest percentage of foreign population in the world, only behind Miami in United States. So Miami is crazy. I used to say like there are no Americans in Miami. Everybody you meet in Miami, they are from another country. So Toronto is pretty similar. The city has a professional basketball team that competes in the NBA, National Basketball Association League, from United States. The Toronto Raptors, which were NBA champions in 2019. The team was founded in 1995. So it's a new team, right? Basically. So Montreal is a city in the province of Quebec and an important financial center. Although their official language is French, 59% of the population speaks both English and French. After Paris, Montreal is the biggest French-spoken city in the world. It was the city host for the Summer Olympics in 1976. Alright, so that was Montreal. Continuing slide number 5, we'll see Vancouver. Vancouver is a harbor city on Canadian west coast. It's the biggest one of the British Columbia province. The official language is English, but 52% of the population has a different native language. It is considered a global city, just like Toronto. They have people from all over the world. It is the most important for the Canadian cinematography. So the city is the most important for the movie industry in Canada. The city held the Winter Olympics in 2010 and the Feminine World Cup in 2015. Vancouver has a very pleasant weather. It doesn't get as cold as in Toronto and Montreal, where the temperature reaches 30 degrees, minus 30 degrees Celsius during winter. In Vancouver, it rarely reaches minus 10, and it doesn't get really hot during summer. The maximum temperature reaches 30 degrees Celsius, while in Toronto could reach 40 degrees Celsius. It is also considered one of the best places to live in the world. Just like Toronto, Vancouver is considered one of the best places to live in the world. The political system in Canada is parliamentary democracy. The population votes to choose their parliamentarians, and the leader of the party, with the larger number of members elected for the House of Commons, is automatically elected the Prime Minister. The head of the state is Queen Elizabeth II, the also Queen of England. Canada is an incredibly diverse country with high life quality, incredible nature, number 1 in the world in number of lakes, has the third best air quality of the world, and great professional opportunities. Half of the population has an university degree. So some curiosities about this country. So the voting age is 18. The drinking age is 19, the most part of the country, but these three places, the drinking age is also 18. So in Alberta, Manitoba, and Quebec, it's 18. And the driving age is also 18, not like in United States that you can drive with when you're 16 in most states. So in Canada, you have to be 18 to drive. Continuing here, just curiosity of some famous Canadians. So here it says Canada is the country of amazing artists who many times are mistaken for being Americans. Here are some examples of famous Canadians. So here you see some famous Canadians that some of them probably you thought was American because they have pretty much the same accent. It's not like they are British. Like when someone is British, usually we are able to realize that this person is from England, but Canadian people, they have pretty much the same accent as the American people. So many times we think that someone is American and they are actually Canadian. So here I just put some examples of Canadian famous Canadians, but there are many more. So we start here with Alanis Morissette, which is a singer. She's very famous. Celine Dion, also a singer. Drake, a singer. James Cameron, it's movie director. James Cameron was the director for the movie Titanic. Jim Carrey, you know, Mask. Mike Myers, Neil Young, Pamela Anderson, Ryan Gosling, Ryan Reynolds, Seth Rogen, Shawn Mendes, which he's the new generation of singers. The Weeknd, new generation too. And here I have a picture of three actors, like 2 actresses and 1 actor. So Rachel McAdams, she got really famous for that movie where they play at school. I forgot the name, but she made many important movies like The Notebook, Diário de uma Paixão in Portuguese. And Jacob Tremblay, I think his most famous movie is The Room, which in Brazil was O Quarto de Jack. And Ellen Page, she did many movies too, and one of the most famous is a movie called Juno, where she gets pregnant when she's a teenager. So yeah, that's very, very interesting to know like these people are actually Canadian, not American. Alright, so I sent you a link for 3 videos talking about some Canadian cities, like one video talking about Vancouver, one video talking about Toronto, and the other video talking about Montreal. So they have many different and new words, and you have 2 pages of vocabulary. So the last slide is just for Vancouver, just for the Vancouver video, and the first slide you have some words from the video from Toronto and the video from Montreal, okay? So that's the class for this week. Hope you like it, and if you have any questions, let me know, all right? See you in class. Bye-bye.